Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let's quickly review some of the major points we discussed in session 2. In continuation of our discussion regarding the tools to study Imamah, we continued discussing the methodology to accurately understand the Quran and extract knowledge from it. Amongst the many tools needed in the study of the Quran, we mentioned two very important ones. Firstly, the Quran is a text that was revealed in the Arabic language in 7th century Arabia. Therefore, the meanings Allah intended to convey to us was through the means of the Arabic language used by the people at that time. So the first tool needed to understand the Quran is Arabic language, and more specifically, the Arabic language as it was understood at the time of revelation. Having a good command of Arabic syntax and grammar and being well versed in Arabic vocabulary and terminologies and having the skill to refer to early Arabic dictionaries is extremely important when studying the Quran. Secondly, the Quran being a text, there are particular methods of deriving information from a text that help make sure that nothing is imposed on the author's intended meaning. These methodologies are discussed in the vast subject of Usul al-Fiqh. Although these principles are not limited to fiqh and apply to aqidah and other textual subjects as well. In a nutshell, the Quran needs expertise in order to get our hands on the full guidance Allah intends for us. This does not in any way suggest that non-experts cannot benefit from the Quran or understand anything from it. Every single Muslim should read the Quran and get familiar with it because there is a certain minimum and yet very useful meaning every verse can give us, which we can benefit from. The thing we said we need to be careful about is that when we read verses and get that basic understanding from them, we shouldn't make claims of having understood the full meaning that Allah intended from those verses, because there is a lot of room for other verses complementing these ones, principles that need to be considered, and where applicable, authentic narrations and historical reports making a big difference in our overall understanding of those verses. This is why in matters of aqidah that are tied to textual sources, we need to see the research experts have done. We need to put in more time to read and think over their conclusions to make sure we get the right understanding of the matter. Following an expert's line of argument isn't blind following if we find it valid and are convinced by it. So, this was a summary of our second session of this course. Make sure to watch the full course to get more details and examples on what we just summarized right now.